everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a reading vlog, but like a specific kind of reading vlog, I guess. So recently I've been in quite the reading slump. I mean, like, I've been reading, but it's like I don't read at all, or I read a book in a sitting kind of thing. Some of the books that I've read recently were Ophelia After All by Raquel Marie, which was fantastic. I also read my mentor's book, You, Me, and Our Heartstrings. I got an arc of it. This was fantastic. But like both of those I read either like in a day or in like a couple of days, and I just haven't been reading very consistently. In any free time that I have, I'm typically watching Netflix or YouTube. I don't know, reading has just been really difficult for me recently. I've only read like 9 or 10 books so far this year, which like isn't bad by any means, but I feel like I just normally read more than that. I can sometimes read that many books in a single month, so I just kind of want to get back into the groove of reading. I really desperately miss it, and I just for some reason can't bring myself to do it. So the point of this vlog is to hopefully break my reading slump, and I have some sort of a game plan for this. So I've been picking up a lot of different books recently. Like I picked up City of Glass thinking that would be helpful since it's a reread. I've picked up some romance books, and just nothing has been working for me. So then I was looking at my shelf and I saw Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi, which is one of my all-time favorite book series, and I want to annotate this series, at least the first 3 books for now. I want to listen to the last 3 books on audio to determine if I want to annotate them, but I know for sure I want to annotate the first 3 books and like all the novellas, 2 of which I've already annotated. So I was like thinking, you know, stewing in my little head here and being like, I wonder if annotating a book would be beneficial right now. Like, I wonder if annotating would help me focus more and motivate me to read more, since I really enjoy annotating. And so just on a whim, I decided to go for it and pick up this book. I got 108 pages yesterday in this book in one sitting. Just sat down on my kitchen table with all my annotating supplies around me, and I started reading, and that's the most that I've read in a sitting in a little while. Like, I have not read anything physically since finishing You, Me, and Our Heartstrings, and that was like a good week or so ago. Like, it's been a while, maybe even more than that. It was like the first few days of March, I think. So I'm quite happy with this, and I do think that annotating it is helping me stay focused, because I obviously need to be thinking all the time of like what I want to say, what I want to highlight, and it's keeping me looking at the book more and not being distracted and not going on my phone to go on TikTok or something stupid. And I've been really enjoying it. There's lots of annotations in here, which is making me really happy. Like I said, this is one of my favorite book series of all time. I absolutely adore these characters. They are huge comfort characters for me. I love Tahara Mafi's writing style, and like most of my annotations are about her writing style and just like how absolutely stunning it is. And I already knew that I was going to enjoy annotating this because, like I said, I have annotated 2 of the novellas already, and I really enjoy doing those. So I already knew it was going to be a fun time, but I'm like quite optimistic that this will at least temporarily break my reading slump. There's no guarantee that it's gonna like permanently change it or like, you know, change it for like a long time, but I'm hoping that at least maybe for this month it'll break it and just get me back into the habit of reading more often. So the goal, maybe not necessarily for this vlog, but it's the goal for the next little while, is to read the first 3 books in this series. So that one will include Unravel Me and Ignite Me, and maybe also the Unite Me novella, which has Destroy Me and Fracture Me. I have already annotated this, but I have not re-tabbed it. I've got really old tabs in here, so I would love to re-annotate this and re-tab it. So yeah, I just think that binge reading this is the best way to go, honestly. Just get into the flow of the series, of the characters, of annotating, and I think that this will keep me busy for at least a little while. I'm hoping it's not going to take me like too long to read, because I think the goal is to like read these and then hopefully have it be like a gateway into other books. That sounded a little weird, but I just have so many books that I need to read and just absolutely no motivation to do so. Another thing that I'm hoping will be the key to my success here is I'm trying to wake up early this week. And that's another thing I've been having a lot of difficulty with, is going to bed really late and then waking up really late. So it is my goal and my hope and my plan to wake up early this entire week. So actually, I woke up extra early today, which was not the plan and very annoying. I woke up at about 4:30 this morning, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting really tired. I'm like crashing a little bit, but I woke up at like 4:30 this morning or something stupid, and I looked at my phone and I was like, oh hell no, I'm going back to bed. And then I just could not fall asleep for the life of me. I kept trying, and then I just went on my phone for a while, and then I tried going back to sleep, and I could not fall asleep. So I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. I actually got out of bed at just after 8 in the morning and like started getting ready for my day. So already today I've done a lot, and it's only 10:46. So I think I'm gonna read for a while before I do anything else, because I need to like write and do some chores today. But I think I want to read for a while and try to start my day reading, and hopefully I can like manage to do that, because I really miss reading, you know, like it's such a core part of me, and I feel like it's just been missing for a while. Just like my absolute love of reading and my desire to read has just been missing, and it's so sad. But this is starting to bring it back, because all day yesterday all I could think about was reading this book, but I didn't have the opportunity to until the evening, and then I was just so excited to get into it. So I am optimistic about this. So I hope you guys are excited to come along with this like chill-ish, you know, reading vlog where I just try to break out of my reading slump. Okay, I am now on page 199 of Shatter Me, and I think this is low-key gonna work. I think that I'm low-key breaking my reading slump right now. So it's actually Tuesday now. I don't remember what page I got up to yesterday, but I made a lot of progress. I think I was like almost halfway through. Now I'm over halfway through, and I like was really enjoying myself. I'm actually finding myself wanting to read and being excited to sit down and read, and like I'm prioritizing it in a way that I haven't done in a long time, and that makes me really happy. Obviously this has only been the third day that I've been reading this book, second day of this vlog, but like I'm so happy. I am really enjoying annotating this book, and I think that is definitely adding to me wanting to read, is because I'm just enjoying myself so much. But I do think that going into a book that is so familiar to me, into a book that, while obviously is not like a happy book by any means, this is literally a dystopian book, it's very comforting to me in a way, and it brings me a lot of joy. And just like, you know, knowing what happens in the rest of the series, specifically the next two books that I love so much, just has me really excited to keep reading. And I just have to hope that the excitement that I'm feeling while rereading these books will continue and pass on to whatever I'm gonna be picking up after when I'm done these, because like I have other books that I can reread, or I can try to get into something new if I feel like it, like if I feel motivated enough. But I'm really enjoying myself, and I think that this was 100% the right move. And I've been kind of considering rereading these for the past little while, and I just like haven't let myself. And I also didn't know like how great of an idea it actually would be, because of like the dystopian factor and like me wanting more of like an uplifting book. But like then again, I don't really know what mood I've been in recently, and I think that's another reason why I haven't been reading that much. But like I'm annotating this a lot, and I'm like having so much fun with it. I keep making jokes to myself and then tabbing them as funny, because I find myself hilarious, and I do that a lot. I did that a lot in the Hunger Games as well. But I'm just like literally having the absolute best time right now. So I think we are well on our way to breaking my reading slump. I might be getting ahead of myself though. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so it's like day 3 or 4 of trying to break this reading slump, and I finished Shatter Me today. So here's the progress on the whole reading slump front. I have read every single day since starting this book. I have not read consecutively in a very long time. If we're to look in my bullet journal, I've been reading every single day. I have read today, I just haven't colored it in because it's not the end of the day yet. But like, look at that. Like, I was not reading for so long. I'm so proud of myself right now. It seems like such like a simple thing, but because I've just been like feeling so stuck with reading recently, like I am really happy with this progress. So I've been reading every single day since starting this whole like project idea in my head, since starting this book, and I had such a good time. Like I wanted to read, I had fun while I was reading, I just had a great time. I had a fantastic time. This book is annotated to the max, just so many annotations. I love this book. I love these characters. I love this series. I had so much fun writing little jokes to myself and just like little comments and highlighting so many highlights. I highlighted so much. I highlighted so many lines and quotes, because Tahara Mafi just has like the best writing style. It's like one of my favorites that I've ever read from. Like I think her writing style and V.E. Schwab's writing style are like two of my favorites. I'm trying to see if there's like a page that has like a lot on it. Like, look at that. I just had such a good time rereading this book. Like, I don't think I've read this since 2018. I think that was the last time, because I think I was rereading the books to prepare for Restore Me, but I listened to the audiobooks. So it's been even longer since I've physically read this first book. Like, I don't even know the last time I physically read this. Absolutely not a clue. And it's just so much fun. I love it so much. Also, it was my plan to read the last 3 books of the series on audio because I've never listened to those ones on audiobook before, and I love the narrator for these books. But I realized that my library only has the final one. Why? No idea. They only have the final one. So that's not going to happen anymore. So I don't know if I'll continue to read them physically or if I'll just stop reading them. I guess we'll see how I feel at the end. But since I finished Shatter Me this morning, then that obviously means that I'm going to be picking up Unravel Me next. I adore this book. I think my favorite in the whole series is Ignite Me, but this one I believe is a very, very close second to that one. It's just, oh, it's so good, and I can't wait to completely mark this one up. It's going to be so satisfying. Also, there is just something so satisfying about this chunky little book. Like, I don't know what it is, but there is just something about how chunky this paperback is that just brings me all of the joy. Like, I can't describe it. I love holding this book in my hands. I've always loved holding this book in my hands. My bookmark does not want to stay in place. I've always loved holding this book in my hands, like ever since I first read it. It's just like a very satisfying, like, paperback size. I don't even know what that means, but I love this book, so I'm super excited. I don't think I'll be able to read any of it today. Maybe, I don't know. I'm very happy about this. So far, this is a huge success, and I'm very glad that I'm doing this reading vlog. I'm very glad that I'm hopefully getting out of my reading slump. I mean, it could just be a temporary thing where the only thing that I want to read is this series. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it. I honestly think that reading the Shatter Me series was the best decision that I could have made for my reading slump. Will my reading habits actually continue once I finish reading this series? We'll have to find out, but for right now, I have read every single day since starting this vlog, since starting the series, and I'm so incredibly proud of myself for that. But I finished Unravel Me yesterday, and holy shit, I love this book so much, and I already knew that. Obviously, I've read it multiple times, but annotating this series is really just giving me like a whole new appreciation for it. Haramafi's writing style is absolutely stunning. I love all these characters. The romance with Warner and Juliet, kid you not, I took some clips last night, but I highlighted entire pages that had to do with Warner and Juliet, and I think it's so funny that I will be able to tell the exact moment that things start happening between them in this book, because all of a sudden a bunch of pink tabs start showing up. And I think that's pretty funny. I started Unite Me today. This is the novella collection. So I finished Warner's story today. Absolutely loved it. Tabbed it up. I've already annotated this book. I annotated it back in 2018. It was my first experience annotating these books, and I had so much fun adding on to those annotations. I would finish it today, but 1, I want to go to bed early, and 2, it's Adam's story next, and I really despise Adam. So that's a little harsh. I don't despise him, I just don't like him very much, and I definitely don't like him with Juliet. But I'm not looking forward to reading his story, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and then I'll be getting into Ignite Me, which is all the way up there, so I'm not gonna grab it. But I'm thriving, and I think I'm gonna just like binge read all of Haramafi's books after reading this series, at least like her middle grade books and her newest book, This Woven Kingdom. Don't know if I want to read her contemporary books right now. I think that's gonna be too emotionally draining because they're really sad and heavy books. I'm in a Haramafi mood, and I think this is low-key breaking my reading slump. Like I said, we'll see what happens once I'm done reading the series, but wow, this is working wonders. Okay, so I just finished Unite Me. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly skimmed Adam's story at parts. I feel like for most of it, I skimmed it because I really don't like Adam. I really don't, and I can kind of understand why Haramafi felt the need to write this novella, because it kind of gives us information that we didn't get to see at the end of Unite Me, but I also kind of feel like it just wasn't necessary, you know? I think about half of it, or at least definitely a third of it, was just like regurgitated information. I hate that word, but it was basically Bootsy, stop showing them your butthole. How indecent of you. Be a lady. I'm gonna cover her butthole. But basically, it was just scenes that we had in Unite Me, but from Juliet's point of view. So it's just Adam's point of view of them. And honestly, he has a very boring point of view. The entire time, he's just thinking about Juliet and how worried he is about her and how he doesn't think that she is strong enough to like go into battle and to like take care of herself. And it's like, you underestimate how strong Juliet is. Like, how can you not look at her and see everything she's gone through and recognize how unbelievably strong she is? Like, Warner sees that, which is why we stan Warner, but he just constantly underestimates her and treats her like a useless child, and it pisses me off. And that was basically like what he was thinking the entire novella, like literally the entire time. And then like also I love his little brother James. James is one of my favorites, but for some reason he just like kept calling Adam Addie. Like, it was like his like nickname for him, I guess, that their mom used to call Adam by. And you know, it's kind of funny the first couple of times you say it because it really pisses Adam off. He's like, stop calling me that. So it's kind of funny, but then like every interaction they have, James says Addie at least once, but most of the time it was multiple times he would say it, and it was like every single time he would say anything, he would like just tack Addie on at the end, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little annoying now. Like, I don't know, like it just, ooh, it's like one of those things where like once you notice it, it just like it like grinds your gears. That was happening. Like, it was just grinding my gears to hear him say Addie 500 times. So yeah, because I was skimming, I didn't really pay that much attention. I wasn't annotating as heavily, and honestly I feel like that probably happens every time I read this. So I found myself like, one, making fun of Adam the entire time, and two, just being like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to hear you talk anymore. And there's also Juliet's journal at the end, and that I found quite repetitive because most of it was stuff that we saw, I believe, in Warner's story, but also I think in Unravel Me. So it just felt like a million repeats that just weren't necessary. So really the only thing that I enjoy out of this novella is Warner's story. It just brings me all of the joy, whereas Adam's just sucks the life out of me. So there you go. So I will now be jumping in to Ignite Me, but the goal is to finish this before the end of the week so that I can edit this vlog and upload it for you. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this one because it is my absolute favorite in the series. Okay, so I'm on page 172 of Ignite Me, and I'm a little sad because I've run out of yellow tabs, which are for favorite moments, and I'm not even halfway through the book yet. So it's gonna have to be a situation where I just highlight things, and then once I go out to buy more tabs, I'll have to go back through and add them. So this book is not gonna look quite as tabbed up as the other ones until I go buy those new tabs, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. There are just so many good moments in all of these books that it's used up all of my tabs. But a big part of the section that I was reading yesterday basically was just Adam having a temper tantrum, which was extremely annoying. I cannot tell you how many times I wrote shut the fuck up because I was just so pissed off at him. Like, every time I read this series, I feel like in the first two books, I'm like, okay, I don't like Adam, but like I don't despise him. Like I even said earlier in this vlog, like despise is a little bit of a strong word. But then I get to this book and then I remember why I despise him, because he acts like a freaking baby. Like, come on, there are more important things going on right now than you and Juliet and your relationship, and whether or not like you're together. Like, just shut up. There are more important things going on and he's just acting like a total baby. So most of my annotations in this book have consisted of me being annoyed at Adam, telling him to shut up, and also making fun of him. So it's been a fun time, but I just think he's a whiny baby and it's been pissing me off. So the plan is to finish this book today. So hopefully I can do that because I just really want to finish it. So I think I'm going to dedicate most of my day to reading this bad boy right here, and I'm very, very excited about it. Okay, so I finished Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. I have many feelings. One of them is annoyance because I ran out of basically all of my tabs. The only colors that I have left are orange and green, which are funny in quotes. Like, the second half of this book is looking quite sparse in terms of tabs because I didn't have the colors that I needed. And I found that because I didn't have tabs, I wasn't annotating as much in the second half because I was like, oh, what's the point? And then I think I'm just like not in the mood to annotate today. I also have like a headache and I think that's affecting me a bit, and I'm tired. So I think there's just like many factors going into why my annotations in this book are not as great as the other ones. Next order of business. I hate Adam, which we know. 2, I love Warner, and I love Warner and Juliet, and they had some cute little moments in this book, but not as many as I feel like I remember them having. Like, we don't really get that many moments of them together, which was shocking to me, even though I've read them before. And so it makes me like want to read the next 3 books just so I can see more of them together. And then another thing, as I've been under the assumption that this is my favorite book, out of them all. And now I'm second guessing if that's true. And I don't know if it's just because I had a weird time annotating this one due to like my headache today and not having the tabs, or if it's due to the fact that I just had so much fun annotating this one that it's making me think I liked it more. I don't know, I'm very conflicted because again, love Warner and Juliet. And this one deals a lot with Adam and Juliet. I'm very conflicted. I think I'm just gonna say that these two are my favorites and I can't pick between them. But I will say that I think I had the most fun annotating this one. So, I guess the question is, now that we've reached the end of the vlog, is did reading these 4 books, or 3 books in a novella collection, did reading these help me break my reading slump? I have no idea. I don't think there's really a way to tell until I start trying to read something else. Like, it could just be that the only reason I've been reading is because I do love these books so much and do love annotating them. So that could be literally the only reason why I've been so consistent with the reading in the past like week and a half or 2 weeks. So I don't really know. So I need to put it to the test and I need to read something else. I'm gonna take a break from the Shatter Me series, primarily because I do not have enough tabs and I don't anticipate going to the store in the next couple of days, and I don't want to just not read for the next couple of days because, you know, it's the end of the month. I want to get all my books in. So I'm gonna take a break from reading this series and I'm gonna try to read something else. So I might do another vlog to kind of, you know, continue this saga of trying to break my reading slump. I may not. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But for right now, I am super glad that I read these books, and I think it was the best decision that I could have made for myself in this moment because I have been having such a difficult time reading. For all intents and purposes, I think this video was a success. Like, I read 3 full books in a novella collection. That is more than I've read in a while. So I'm quite happy with this, and I also just had a really good time. Like, look how many tabs there are in here. Like, I am literally so happy with this. Like, are you kidding me? It's stunning. Like, this is so satisfying to me, but also like ridiculous at the same time. I love these books. I love this series. It is all good things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys have been reading recently because I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!